Yeah, so guys, yeah, so that's how it is, guys. That's how it is. When you plan your journey, um, plan your journey. Think twice. Don't do things on your own. Don't do things on your own. Pray to God. And guys, I want to tell you something. Those that think that, those that who think that traveling needs a lot of money. Many of you, you don't know what you're talking about. South Africans are scared to travel. South Africans, I don't know why are they. There are few of them who travels. Right, guys? There are few of South African people, South African, people that travels. But many South Africans are very scared to travel. Um, you know, life is good out there. Travel opens your mind. Travel brings a lot of opportunities. Travel allows you to meet a lot of people. Travel allows you to see how other people are living their lives. When we first traveled 2020, 2020, sorry, 2012. Yeah, 2012. Was it 2012? Yeah, 2012, yes. When we first traveled 2012, guys, we actually, let me just say this to you. By the time, before I could meet my wife, I was just someone who was just living an ordinary life. Someone who was struggling, someone who was suffering, someone who didn't have a good life. I grew up suffering myself. I met my wife 2009. I found her suffering as well. She was staying in a flat. She was renting. She was earning less than you can think. I wasn't making money. I wanna share something with you guys. The woman you are with right now, don't undermine her. Don't undermine her. If you start respecting your wife, you start respecting your woman, blessings will come. So as we started being together, 2009, I remember it was in June when I met her. It was in June when I met her. It was before 2020 World Cup. Guys, I had this passion that I wanted to start a business. But I couldn't do it on my own. I was doing it, yes, but it wasn't prosperous like the way it is now. So I met my wife. We decided, she was working, I was working. I left the job. Actually, I got fired. Let me tell you something, guys. Sometimes God does things. God will make you get fired in a position that you are in right now. God will make you get fired in a company that you work for now. And you might think, I'm bad luck. They bewitched me. Oh, the devil. Oh, God doesn't loves me, and so forth. Not knowing, sometimes because of God sees that you are not strong enough to quit the job that you are doing. You know what God does? He comes, he makes some plans. He will make you get fired. So I got fired. By me getting fired, it was a blessing. Some of you, you stay in a company for more than 10 years. And once you get fired, you stay 2-3 months, go get a job. After getting a job, you get a job, and then after 2 months, the company starts trusting you with a car. You ask yourself, they give you a car. You ask yourself, I've been working for 10 years. I've been working for 20 years, for 40 years in the previous company, but the company has never trusted me with the car. But this one is trusting you with the car. So you see what God does. God will remove you from a position because he wants to upgrade you. So he removed me from where I was to give me a business, to give me a wife that will plan things together. We sat down, we started planning together, then we started, I was doing what I'm doing. I was doing transportation, but I was doing shuttle services. But I wasn't registered. I was just someone that was just doing touting at the airport with my car, with my Skorokoro car, without me having to, no learners, no license, no passenger liability, nothing. But you know what? God uplifted me. So we sat down with my wife, we started planning together, we started everything. After I met her, then I left the job. I left from driving this mini taxi that I was doing. Then I started sitting down with my wife, started planning together. Me and my wife started doing things together. We opened a small office in a flat that we were renting in. And then God started giving us a lot of business. See, because I respected that woman. I never cheated her. I never tried to be fancy. I never tried to be someone else who since I started seeing that we started making money. I never started cheating. I never started being grumpy. I never started being this person who wants to be show off and so forth. I respected my wife, and together we grew. You understand? 2012 we started traveling, guys. We never stopped traveling since now. We traveled to places like Turkey, Greece, Katakolon, went to Barcelona, went to France, went to Paris, went to to many places, Germany, went to Turkey, went to to Athens, went so many places. So sometimes, guys, God is looking upon you. It's in your heart. It's in your heart. It's in your heart. If you live a clean life, God will give you a clean life. If you live a clean life, God will give you a clean life. So, guys, there's a lot that I want to share. I'll continue sharing with you guys, bit by bit, how we grew up, me and my wife, and all those type of things, and how we, even one day we slept on the street after the business collapsed and so forth, but we picked up. We didn't have a house at that time, but God blessed us, with a 3.7 million house. We bought it cash without us having to owe the bank. I will give you the story, guys. All this, when you respect your wife, when you make your wife live in peace with you, God will give you blessings. That woman that you are with, don't undermine her. That girlfriend that you are with, don't cheat her. The minute you start cheating her, the minute you start cheating your wife, you are putting yourself into the grave of suffering. I know people are dying, they go to the grave, but when you're going to be on the grave while you're still alive, you will be in a grave of poverty. In a grave of poverty, you will stay broke forever. Look at me and my wife. We travel, guys, anytime we want. Even next year, we're traveling. We're going again. Life will be good. Life is sweet. So believe in the Lord. Trust the process that God has placed you in with your wife. Guys, peace.